Hello, everyone, and welcome to our FluentPro PPM Solution Builder webinar. It's going to be a short webinar. Really, the intent today is to give you a brief overview of what is our new product, PPM Solution Builder. This is something that's going to be evolving over time as we add more capability, but the product is now in a state where we can actually make it generally available for everyone in the Office 365 and Project Online user community. So really, what this is all about is trying to change the current paradigm in configuring a Project Online site. We believe that because Project Online is on the cloud, we have to have more tools to do very quick and easy configuration of sites. The organization is demanding that. Organizations are demanding that from us in terms of our ability to deliver the solution. So leveraging some of the existing capabilities in our other products, we put together the PPM Solution Builder. Just some quick bullets here in terms of what it can do. It is really an online project online configuration solution. So as opposed to some of the other tools that have, like the FluentBooks client, this will be entirely delivered as a software as a service. In essence, what it does, it takes an existing configuration package and allows the upload to a Project Online PWA site. And you can do that as many times as needed to as many sites as needed. And I think that's really the magic that we're introducing here, the change that we're introducing here, that taking an existing package and replicating it can be done very quickly. And we're going to show you what is currently available, because we will be adding more capabilities to the solution as time goes on. The solution includes a smart wizard that allows you to walk through the selection and placement of custom fields and configuration items. So there's the ability to design as you go using the PPM Solution Builder. And in the roadmap, we have editing capability for configuration items within the wizard. And what you're going to see today, it's not there right now, but it will be out shortly. It's actually within the tool, but it's currently just being tested. But it allows you to basically add custom fields and other items within the configuration as you're going through and finalizing a configuration package for a Project Online site. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Gennady, who's going to give us just a quick overview of what is currently available.
Hello, everyone. We're now going to present the current capabilities of the FluentPro GA suite, and here is the screen where the deployment starts. The screenshot from the previous screen was shown by my colleague Jose. So there is the magic button. And when you click it, you're drawn to the next step, where you enter the site details for the website you are deploying the configuration to. Here you select the PWA URL, login and password, specify some details and your company. The login and password, because it's really important, and the deployment will fail if the incorrect password is specified, or incorrect login as well. After specifying all the details, you can get to the wizard. The wizard is the part of the configuration wizard, the configuration which assembles all the all the items into one place. The items are fields, views, PDPs, EPTs. So this wizard helps you to show what you're going to have on the PWA after the deployment is finished. So when you start, it brings you to the first step, and let me show you. For example, this is the PWA I just am about to deploy to, and this is the server settings. It only the server settings currently show only the native fields. There are only a few, and we're going to deploy more fields and more views there, more stuff. Like it currently is, there are a bunch of fields. They are divided into the several categories: the project fields, the task fields, and the resource fields. By default, all the fields are selected, and you can deselect the fields you don't want to be deployed. If you change your mind before starting the deployment, you can go back and select them, include those fields into your deployment. The next screen is task fields, and there are also some fields, and the third is for resource fields. So the PDP screen has more capabilities in terms of adding the PDP itself, PDP for the project detail page. And on the project detail page itself, you can specify which fields are available on each PDP and which are not. Those fields include the custom fields, the fields you're adding, and the native, the fields that are present on the project online from the very beginning. On the EPT screen, the similar configuration is available, so you can select and deselect the enterprise project types you're going to deploy. Currently, the solution has 4 of them. And inside the enterprise project types, you can select or deselect the pages that are displayed for each enterprise project type. It may be useful just to include some information for enterprise project type you need. The views are also divided into categories. They are portfolio views, schedule views, and resource views. And each view has a list of fields that are available for selection. The pre-selected, here you can see the pre-selected fields in each view. Not all fields are selected. And here we can here are the views for the resource. They also have a bunch of fields that are, some fields are custom, some fields are native. They would be deployed in the PWA configuration, and they would appear. So the enterprise custom fields and lookup tables are here. You can see the already deployed configuration, and the views reside here. So our task is to assemble everything you need and deploy it easily, like Jose mentioned. So you can have just one wizard to complete all this configuration for the project online site. And here on the summary, you have a list of fields, views, PDPs, EPTs that you're about to deploy. And after a short period of verification, short part of verifying the configuration, you're ready to actually deploy it to your site. On the verification, you will be shown if there are any issues, that any conflicts in your configuration, and also as a lower level warnings, you can also see that some fields are currently used on PDP, or the PDP is not used on enterprise project type, or a field is not used on a view. There can be a perfect reason for that. For example, you may only want to show the field on a view on a PDP, and do not show this field on any view. So whenever the project manager goes inside the project, he or she would be able to see and edit these fields that are used on the PDP, and those fields are not present on any view. So this is not a problem, and we do not have any critical issues with this configuration. So we are ready to actually deploy it. Here we just agree with the fact that the wizard can replace the existing configuration, and the changes that you're performing, the changes you're applying to the configuration are not revertible. So we agree with this and start the deployment. After you start the deployment, the website, the PWA site actually appears on the list of your PWA instances, and here the update shows us that it has been just recently modified, and the status is pending, so it is about to start the deployment. In about 10 to 15 minutes, the deployments would be completed, and we would see the complete status here. So if we refresh, after sitting some short period of time in pending status, it actually goes into the process, and here is the progress bar for the deployment. As I mentioned, it wouldn't be long. After the deployment is finished, you would be able to see something like this in the server, in the PWA configuration, and you would be able to use those fields, views, and everything for your PWA site. Well, thank you for attention. I wrote this back to my colleague Jose.
Gennady, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can
you go? Well, 1 second. Yeah, I just wanted to highlight that the current solution that you saw does not have the edit capability, but as you're going through the Smart Wizard, you will have the ability to add additional custom fields, and this is something that we see critical as part of the process, because a lot of times it's really about managing the configuration and modifying it when you have a scenario such as creating a new PWA site for a different business unit, expanding Project Online in the organization to other parts that are currently not on Project Online. So, expansion into other divisions, we see it as an important scenario. The second would be that this would represent what is often called the gold image, or an image that incorporates the enterprise standard for a configuration, which means that in the case of a test or development instance, it can be used to build those, or it can be used to replicate that gold image, as I said, that enterprise standard for other business units. So again, the idea is to leverage and very quickly replicate project online PWA sites within an organization. So I'm going to open it up and see if we have any questions. Go ahead and so we don't really have any at the moment. So, feel free to use your question button to provide us any questions. And, the idea is to evolve this product, so you will be seeing more additional capabilities as we build it. And, next week we have another webinar on the other component, the main delivery vehicle capabilities, which is the governance and administration suite. And when you saw when you saw us go into the solution, you saw that in the top part we actually have the governance and administration suite. So next week we'll be showing that capability. And let's see, we have here questions. Can the tool migrate projects and project sites? Well, that specific capability is within the client, the FluentBooks client. So for migration, you will still have to use the FluentBooks client. And, there's reasons for that, technical reasons for that. So again, migration of content itself, the projects, the project sites, will be within the actual FluentBooks, client that you're currently using if you're using FluentBooks. What is the availability of the solution? What is the pricing? We intend, after today, to make it available, and we will be showing pricing, and it's basically going to be on a use basis. So the solution is not for free. So there will be specific packages for using Solution Builder on configuration loads. If you're an end customer and have like the governance and administration suite, which we'll be launching, will be including that capability as part of governance and administration suite. So Solution Builder will be offered separately, and we will have specific use packages for per configuration. Does the solution take care of multi-value selection and custom fields? I don't know the specific answer to that. And Gennady, I don't know if you have, if you've experienced that, but what we'll do is I'll go ahead and check on that. And also, do you have any plan for creating the workflow phases or stages? It's in the roadmap, so we'll make sure that we can. The intent is really to take the entire configuration and be able to replicate it. So over time we will include all elements. So how about reports? So reports are outside of views are not included within the server settings area. So in that regard, reports would not be included. If your reports are, if you're referencing views, yes, those will be included. Formula-based custom fields, yes, those will be included. Anything that basically is within enterprise data would be included as part of the configuration package. So for now, we don't have any additional questions. We want to thank all of you for joining. we'll go ahead and send the recording out, and look forward to.
Jose, I think we have two other questions.
Yes. Does it work for any new PWA instance? Yes. It will. It works with a new PW instance. That's the main use case scenario. So if you're referring to using it with an existing instance, you know, as you have used, if you've used FluentBooks in the past, it basically takes it and will add it to the existing PW. So you would be, you know, possibly doubling or having two configurations. But the primary use case is, you know, to work with a new PW instance.
Here, I want to add about the using it with an existing instance that as it warns you, it will overwrite any fields with the same name. And when it performs the verification for conflicts, it does so only for the inside part, so only for the configuration that you're building with the solution builder. It doesn't perform any verification against the PWA itself. So it assumes that the PWA is empty and there are no conflicts with deploying this configuration to an empty PWA site which only has the native fields. But if you have any custom ones, the conflicts may appear even if you are not warned on the respective page. Thank you.
So there's a question on, you know, adding this to a third-party solution, to an existing third-party solution. If you, what we're trying to address here is, you know, anything that's within that server settings area. If you have a third-party solution that has customizations and that are not managed within the enterprise data section of server settings, then, you know, there might be some conflict. So we, you know, they would have to be on a case-by-case basis. It would have to be tested if you wanted to pick that up. You know, third-party configuration as part of the solution builder. All right, team, thank you for joining us for the introduction. And like I said, stay tuned because we'll be having more news on capabilities on Solution Builder and on the availability so you can start using it within your sites. Thanks, team. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for attention.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.